This phenomenon, photoelectric effect, was discovered in 1987 by Heinrich Hertz. During his experiment, he used electromagnetic waves. This production of this electromagnetic waves by means of a spark discharge, where he was using an ultraviolet rays from an arc lamp. He's observed that the current in that the spark in that discharge tube is enhanced when he allow this discharge arc UV light to fall on the metal surface. So this light shining due to the escape of electrons from the charged metal surface. When light falls on this metal, he assumed that electrons absorb this energy and utilize it to overcome the positive attractive pull of the nearby ions. So he assumed that electrons are using this energy to try to escape from the metal surface. Wilhelm Hallwachs and Philip Lenard investigated the phenomenon of photoelectric emission in detail during 1886 to 1902. Lenard observed that UV rays were allowed to fall on the emitter plate of an evacuated glass tube. Here in this evacuated glass tube, there are two electrodes are there. So if we allowed this light to fall on this emitter plate, one of the electrode, he found that when the UV rays were stopped, the current flow also stopped. If we switch on the if we start the falling of this UV rays on the metal, and the current is also started to flow. So this observation concludes that UV radiations fall on the emitter plates. Electrons are ejected from this one and attracted to the positive part. The electron flow through the evacuated glass tube, resulting in current flow. The light falling on the surface of the emitter causes the current in the external circuit. Hallwachs and Lenard studied how this photocurrent varied with the first one, collector plate potential, second one with the frequency, third one, intensity of incident light. Hallwachs undertook the study further. He used a negatively charged single plate and observed that single plate lost its charge when it was illuminated by UV rays. Further, he took an uncharged single plate, and that became positively charged when we use in this experiment. And finally he took a positive charged single plate and found that the positive charge of the positive plate increased. So all this observation, he concluded that negatively charged particles were emitted. After the discovery of electron in 1897, it became evident that incident light causes electrons to be emitted from the emitter plate. Due to negative charge, the emitted electrons are pushed towards the collector plate. Hallwachs and Lenard observed that UV rays fell on the emitter plate. No electrons were emitted at all when the frequency of the incident light was smaller than a certain minimum value called threshold frequency. This minimum frequency depends on the nature of the material of the emitter plate. It was found that certain metals like zinc, cadmium, magnesium, etc. Responded only to ultraviolet, and some alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, cesium, rubidium were sensitive even to visible light also. After the discovery of electrons, the electrons that are ejected from this one are called photoelectrons, and the phenomenon is called photoelectric effect.